Are you preparing for CA or CS or CMA exam or any other professional exam which is based on law? Then this video is for you. Stay with me till the end. You will find lots of useful information. Now, this is about the Companies Act. It is already mentioned, the Companies Act 2013. This is an integral part of your syllabus at every level. For CS, whether you are for executive level or for professional level, in CA, whether you are at intermediate or final, in CMA, again, whether for intermediate or final. This is one of the very important portion of your syllabus. And after passing the exam as a professional, you are required to have expertise in this subject. And expertise takes its own time. There are two ways of getting the expertise. Either keep on working and working and working, and certainly you will get an expertise after 10, 15, 20 years. Or you learn with the people who can really make you understand the subject. Law subjects are not for cramming. You are given to understand that these are theoretical subjects. You can read on your own. You can pass the exam. Certainly you can pass the exam, but you will never understand law. Because after you pass, you will never get time to really go into the details of the subject and read. This is the time when you can really understand the law, and this is going to make a huge difference in your corporate career. And my analysis of the results for last 30 years says that the students who do well in law-based subject, they certainly get good marks. The chances of clearing the exam are much higher than only focusing on the practical subjects. You have to focus on practical subjects, but cannot ignore law-based subjects. There are nothing like theory. No subject is a theory. Everything requires lots of analysis, lots of details. Right? So before I tell you about the course, a little introduction about myself. I am Professor Rajesh Tail. By qualification, I am fellow member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, FCS, and I've been teaching for the last 3 decades. And in these 3 decades, there is no major city in India where I have not taught personally. And I've been into online education since 2011. So there also I have completed 10 years in education, and lakhs of students have attended my webinars and seminars and live coaching. In last 10 years, more than 40,000 students registered for my online courses. In these 30 years since I've been teaching, actually when I started my corporate career, teaching has been a part of that also. So I've been teaching since I started my career. I spent 11 years in the corporate and started my career with one of the best companies in India. I worked for 3-4 companies during those 11 years. I headed a listed company. And as soon as I left the corporate career, I started writing also. I published 48 books. Those books are on company law and on indirect taxes. I'll just show you a look. Now this is my first book. This is called Company Law Workbook. This was published in the year 96, and this is having MCQs, fill up the blanks. Institutes have adopted those techniques now. I had done that in the year 96. This is another book, that is Company Law Practice, that I did in the year 97. Then I have another book, that is Commentary on Company Law, that was published in the year 2000. Then the first company law ready reckoner in India, that was done by me, that was year 2003. Then Notes on Business and Corporate Laws, this one, that was done in the year 98. Then Corporate Laws and Secretarial Practice, 2006. Corporate Laws and Secretarial Practice, 2009, another version. I've not been writing for 10 years, but it doesn't mean that I'm out of the writing. I stopped writing when people started giving everything in the format of question answer. So they're not teaching you law, they're teaching you question answer. And by that, you never understand law. If you really, really want to understand law, this is the opportunity for you to understand and call on these numbers. take the note of these numbers, call on these numbers, get the full information about the syllabus, when and what are the classes. Just to give you the information, as far as Companies Act is concerned, I will divide that in two parts. This is in two parts. This is my bifurcation. This is not in the act. First portion will be up to section 148, and the next will be 149 onwards. I have divided that in two parts. This is part 1, this is part 2. Part 1 is up to section 148, part 2 is section 149 onwards. For this, or rather for the Companies Act, the lectures are going to start from 15th of April. And those will continue up to 5th of May. This is the time when the lectures are going to be held. For this portion, the lecture time will be 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And for this, the lecture time will be 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Everything is going to be on Zoom, and the recorded version will be uploaded on the app for the students who are enrolling for this. So you have a chance of attending the lecture live and interact with me during the course. And by chance, if you happen to miss any lecture, no problems, because the recorded version will be available for viewing till your exam. Right? And this is the time. But this is not going to end with this. I'm going to support you with the question answers, MCQs, fill up the blanks, your doubts, etc. Everything. So after the course is completed, then there will be question answer sessions, special sessions for doubt clearing and for latest changes that is happening on day-to-day basis. Once we complete the syllabus, lots of additional support will be available to you. I will give you latest updated Companies Act and the rules applicable, so you need not refer amendments separately. I hope I have shared all the information. Right now, a little bit more, and then as far as part 1 is concerned, where I said up to section 148, what does it cover? So that covers provisions starting from incorporation, then memorandum, articles, share capital, deposits, charges, administration. Now this is more about general meeting. This is then dividend, accounts, audit. These chapters of the company law. There are 29 chapters sequentially, effectively 30 chapters. Because another new chapter added 21A, which is about the producer companies. Of course, there is another exclusion also, like the provisions pertaining to SIT company. Those are no more. They are all, those are deleted. So sequentially, there are 29 numbers. Effectively, there are 30, but there are certain omissions as well. So this is for part 1. In part 2, we are going to cover up directors. In directors, we have 3 chapters. Above, first portion is qualification and appointment. Number 2, board meetings and the powers. Number 3, managerial, personnel and remuneration. So these are 3 chapters in the topic of directors itself. Then the next topic is about inspection, inquiry, investigation, then compromise and arrangement, then operation, mismanagement, then government companies, foreign companies, winding up Producer companies. Lots of questions are going to be there from this chapter. Producer companies. And then there are also miscellaneous topics like NCLT, appellate tribunal, then special courts and miscellaneous provisions. So this is another big portion. 29 chapters are here, but some of the chapters are one section only, like valuer, only one section, right? But it is a chapter under the Companies Act. So don't bother about the number, how many numbers are there. So there are 20 chapters are here, 10 chapters are here. So this way your entire Companies Act is going to be covered. Now it is your choice. If your syllabus is restricted up to section 148 for exam, take that portion. If your syllabus is for this, then take this portion. And if it is entire Companies Act, take both the portions. So this is the information I wanted to share with you. These are the numbers on which you have to connect, call immediately or WhatsApp on these numbers, and by chance if not attended, drop a message. It is my responsibility that I myself or one of my colleagues reverts to you immediately. Thank you very much.